Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here, and I've got another tasty video for you. Just kidding. It's the opposite. It's going to make you want to throw up. I realized from some comments and some people saying stuff on my Discord that nobody plays Standard anymore who watches this channel, except for me. Arguably, I don't watch this channel. Depends on your definition. But I decided to do something I never do, which is look up if it's just me and the matchmaker on Arena, or if the Standard meta is really as bad as I thought. So I basically went to like net decking haven crap websites. No offense to any net decking haven crap websites that I'm about to mention. You do what you do, you know what you do, you know what you're about, alright? According to untapped.gg, the MTG Arena highest win rate decks are the following. And I should say, I do believe this uses an actual software tracker. Even though WotC said that you can't do those anymore and they're not allowed. Well, I guess they didn't get that memo because honestly, screw WotC, who cares? Oh, you want to try to cover up the truth and lie to our face? Yeah, I already knew you were lefties. You didn't even need to tell me that. So Boros auras, it's just a bunch of really powerful white auras like that removal one. I mean, I run a deck very, very similar to this, but more effective. Much more direct and mathematically faster, but anyway. Without adjusting for what rank these people are in, or if they're even playing ranked as far as I know, that one has a win rate of 60.7%. What? This many weeks after Duskmourn's release, that is completely unacceptable. In fact, the threshold generally that Wizards themselves stated for getting a deck banned from Modern was 55%. Now, there's all kinds of problems with the stats and the tracking and the methodology and all that stuff potentially. But if you were to expand this to just Red Rush variants where you just suicide into someone and try to win on turn 3, I'd say it's above 55%, and I'd say the share of the metagame is huge. Now, you look at Rakdos Aggro, very, very, very similar, but a little bit more like safe, a little bit more removal to win mirror matches. Then you got Azorius Enchantments. I went up against that, honestly. I think the white-green one's a little better. But with a sample size of 200 matches, apparently it has a 60.3% win rate, so okay. Then we got Jund Aggro, very annoying deck. But this isn't what I'm seeing, like where's Black Discard? The word discard isn't even found in decks above 50%. That is not true. So, I went over to more of an amalgamation website, which is mtgtop8.com, and here's the breakdown, okay? Aggressive decks in general. They put them all together. White Weenie, the rabbit crap, the green-white enchantment, just hyper-aggressive, I'm going to win. You got the mono-red. You've got probably my deck's in there somewhere. That is currently 71% of the meta in the last 2 months. So if you want to build a nice, comfy mid-range deck that might win on like turn 5 or 6, really, really effective strategy, you are going to win 0% of your games. There is no room for anything to go past turn 3. In fact, there's a mono-red deck out there that wins on turn 2. Thanks, Leyline of crap. And thanks, WotC, for printing it, assholes. What's the other portion of the meta? Control, or as I like to call it, hyper control, okay? You could be running a quote-unquote control deck where you just got like 6 counter spells, 2 bounces, and like a pin down or something. But then there's like, I'm going to outdraw you 3-1 and stop every single thing that you're doing. You literally cannot even play your damn deck. That's a control deck, okay? People have accused me of running control decks. I don't get that crazy with it because I'm not an asshole. Oh, and then 2% Reanimator combo. Okay, it's higher in the meta than that. I've seen that deck a lot. But it takes some time. It's I hate to even call it slow because it doesn't feel slow when you're playing against it. But yeah, it's like turn 6, 7 before they absolutely just resurrect something ridiculous like a 9/9 or an Atraxa or something. Or that stupid dinosaur that should have been banned. Or that stupid insert pretty much anything here that costs more than 6. Tends to happen when you only print cards for Commander. And then put them in Standard, even though you make a Commander deck with every Standard product that you release. Or multiple, actually. So their solution to nobody plays Standard anymore is, maybe they'll switch over to Alchemy. For the record, Alchemy did rotate on time. We are now -4 sets in Alchemy, and by we, I mean not me, because I ain't playing that trash. It's just a scam to burn wild cards. They couldn't keep their greed in check to make something that actually functioned. The fundamental design, the philosophy behind it was 100% sound. And then they remembered they're a publicly held company. Can't wait for your bankruptcy, WotC. It looks like you guys have some nice furniture I could pick up for a really good discount. In fact, if I hear they're going bankrupt, I might start a GoFundMe to literally buy Mark Rosewater. Okay, I was going to move on to the most played cards. That's coming, but an idea came to me, and it's deranged as hell, and I'm going to tell you about it. I know, shocking for those of you who know me. All right, so get this. All right, so millionaires out there, if this sounds like a deal to you, all right, call me. Like, we'll work it out, all right? If you think you need this in your life, contact my people, which is really just me, and we'll make it happen, all right? I signed Mark to a 1-year contract for $1 million on my prepper channel after WotC goes bankrupt, all right? Then we do like a Bear Grylls thing or like what is that, Lost or Alone, or I don't remember. No, Lost was the one with the island. Dude, you got 50 mil, I'll recreate the whole damn show with Mark Roser. I don't give a shit. But for like $1 million, we'll go do like a survival challenge where me and him try to get along while surviving camping stuck in the wilderness. You tell me you wouldn't watch that. Like, we both know you're lying if you say no. You know, probably start out real cordial. We'll play some Magic the Gathering and then use a couple of the cards to light the fire. But then, like day 32 would be like me and him shirtless with each a knife in our hand fighting over the last pill of Benadryl. Because, I am the outdoorsy type, but I guess the outdoors don't like me? Is that how you would describe it? Your boy got allergies. Anyway, let's move on to the most played cards. Okay, wait, what would we call it? Hold on. Fight to the death? Or like West versus Midwest? No, that's stupid. You know what? They're up on screen. Yeah, people play an early game control to stop Red Rush and to get crap out of the way of their stupid Rush deck, thus the Rakdos aggro crap that you just saw. Fountain Port was a mistake because everybody can run it. They just get extra card draw and fish. That's a little too utility to put in colorless and have no penalty. I mean, that's one life, but yeah. It's a little slow to ramp. It's not like it's game warping. It's just when 30% of people are playing it, you got to take a step back and think, did I screw this up? And the answer is yes. Now, Fabled, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a better Evolving Wilds, Deep Cavern Bat. Every single person that plays this, I want to personally punch in the face. F*** that stupid bat and f*** whoever designed it. And then we got a bunch of boost crap and some broken mice that were supposed to sell, what the hell is it called, Bloomburrow? And really just ended up working with a bunch of cards from other sets because they have too damn many cards in Standard. And then we got a white card that blows up anything at instant speed for 2. I guess nobody thought that might be a problem. And then a bunch more blitz shit. So, this is what we're seeing, is this in multiple deck forms. By the way, if you didn't catch it on the previous one, in the aggro deck list, 0.1% is represented by Mono Blue Aggro. Yes, I say aggro and bag and dragon, shut up, we're from the Midwest, we're smarter than you. So I just assume the way we talk is more intelligent than whatever weird dialect you're speaking. Oh, you call it aggro? Well, I thought we kicked the British out in the 1770s with our guns that they still seem to think we don't need. Boy, you want to talk about not learning anything. Yes, there's a mono blue aggressive creature-based blitz deck. Mono blue. It's Hottie Jin, that stupid hexproof 5/5 thing or whatever the hell that thing is. It's just trash. Absolute garbage, and I hate it. Ironically, my deck beats most of what's out right now. I think I am probably running a 65% win rate deck. But I'm struggling with some of this mid-range control crap, obviously, because it won't let me play my damn deck. Now, the most annoying thing I think out of the meta right now is just discard, discard, discard. They get to handpick some shit out of your deck on turn 2, your turn 1, because obviously I'm not allowed to go first anymore on Arena ever, pretty much. And then you have to blow up the Cavern Bat to get it back, but they probably just took your own kill spell, or your only kill spell. Even when they let Red Rush go first, my white deck is better than that because I'm so reactive. I've got all this instant speed boost first strike stuff, and then I can just outlive them by floating in the air with Feather and just nailing them with stacks of white enchantments, first strike, and lifelink. I mean, that white removal spell that gives lifelink and ward 2 was a mistake. It was a drastic mistake. It would probably be acceptable if it costs 4. Need I remind you it costs 2. So the average playtimes, as you saw in that other slide, was like 4 minutes, and that's what WotC wants. They want faster games because they took a survey that said, I've got more important things to do with my life than play 30-minute drawn-out games of Magic with a slow-playing douche, and they don't want to lower the timer because then it's not friendly enough to new players, as if the game is attracting any of those on Arena. People starting from 0 literally need to get out like $200, or they will get nowhere. And nobody learns how to play on Arena. It's not friendly enough. The tutorials are crap, dude. They teach you how to play Arena, they don't teach you how to play Magic, you know what I mean? And right now, nobody in paper is playing Standard, so nobody's teaching anyone to play Standard. And if they are teaching them how to play, they're teaching them how to play either Commander, which is way too complicated and drives them away, not to mention the price tag, or kitchen table low power anything goes, where you just build something neat. And then why touch Arena and do structured play at FNM? That's not compatible with what you just learned. So they are bleeding customers left and right and attracting 0 new players. Because the engine where players like literally die or like just move on to another game or run out of money or move out of the country or join the military or have kids or like whatever, they are now out. You had 1.1 plus people joining for every one person that leaves. That engine is gone. It is dead. It blew up, and there is nothing they can do or are even attempting to do to fix this. So the game, at this rate and at this pace, will die eventually. They need something more simplistic, and I don't think block constructed foundations is going to be the hot format, you know what I mean? The One Piece card game is so much better than this, and honestly, they're just competing with the fact that nobody has any damn money right now because of the politicians that they support. So really everything is their fault. They did it themselves. They power ramped it, they complexity ramped it. They decided to have the short-term save on customers and make it look good for another year by not rotating Standard so that everybody wouldn't leave, and now you got Rush and Control, and Rush is winning because it always does. It's how you beat Control. Now you tell me, in the next year before rotation, how anything they release is going to do anything about this. That is the problem. If you want to beat aggro, you're going to do it with even better, faster, more effective creatures, which are then going to attack and just up the arms race of speed and damage per turn, so that you would just be fighting aggressive decks with more aggressive decks. Or faster, quicker, more efficient control, like a 2-cost kill spell that kills 2 creatures or something. Okay, well then Control. Then you can't even play your damn deck. It's just discard and blow up everything, and now nobody can even have creatures, and it's who can top deck the first while also playing a 4-color deck that draws a bunch of cards. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to add to Magic the Gathering besides like a drastically new permanent type or something, or a fundamental rules change, or an early rotation, or like drastic measures that will fix Standard by releasing more sets into Standard? Now on the flip side, if they just continue to do whatever they do, people might draft it. I mean, it'll sell. People will open it to get cards, to sell them on eBay for their collection, whatever the hell they do with booster packs, who knows. But if you're selling a Standard product and nobody buys it anymore for Standard because it's not competitive enough, because there's nowhere left to power ramp, what the hell are you going to do to fix it? There is no answer. You just fail. You fail as a company. You just keep bleeding customers until you're dead. That's why I know that they are going to either rotate early or they're going to do an out-of-cycle ban. But like, what would you ban? Looking at the most played cards, what would you ban? My guess would be a great starting point would be all 10 of them. And then from there, you have to ban probably, by my estimation, another 10 to 20 to bring it down to a comfortable power level. And I think if you, on top of that, rotated a year earlier on time, or, undid their little 3-year crap, yeah, that would be a good start. I think that would bring us back to somewhere close. You'd have to probably keep an eye on it at that point, but they're never going to do that. They'll just let Standard rot and then have something called like Blitz or like Simple or Starter Magic or something. It'll just be the last 3 sets in Standard. It'll be like, oh, Standard Junior Edition. And then that'll way take off for the more casual people who want like slower paced, I have time to breathe and build a deck that's actually effective in Standard on Arena. And people would play it like crazy. And then you'd have something less complex to teach to new players. That would fix it. So I know Standard's going to go away. It's just what are they going to do about it and how soon? That is the question. So wish I had better news for you, but that's the only way to recover. It's that or bankruptcy. Because the Commander people are pretty fed up with now them running Commander, and people are pretty pissed off about the new Storm, literal Storm and figurative Storm, and also named Storm, a Bruin from the new Marvel set that was just leaked. So, oh boy. I mean, somebody brings that garbage to your like Commander multiplayer game, your casual, friendly, haha, fun Friday night, let's hang out and have a good, positive time Commander play thing, tell them to f*** off. If it's at F&M, tell the store to tell them to f*** off. And if they don't do that, then the one toxic player stays, everybody else quits, they have nobody to play against, they quit, the store dies, goes bankrupt, and there goes all the players. What a great way to handle overpowered shit. They always say that a Commander is self-policed. Well, good news, that works when you're in charge. doesn't work so good in structured play if your store's not willing to step in and basically ban cards and decks that they just sold the person. I mean, not the case with the Marvel Secret Lair, but most Commander products are bought in-store. That's a rock and a hard place right there. So I cannot stress how unbelievably unsustainable the state of Standard is right now. It is so bad. It is so oriented to best of one on Arena and short games, and most people aren't into that because that's not Magic. They don't like this power level, this complexity, and the tournaments are a joke because nobody can even track what the hell's going on. People are making constant mistakes, not to mention still continuously cheating and getting caught cheated. So it's just, there's nothing left other than Commander and Casual, and WotC doesn't make enough money off those. It's that simple. Watch for a video really soon on the Q3 financial reports for Hasbro. I'm going to cover it. Like and subscribe if you're on the right channel. I'll see you guys next time.